Greetings of the day, respected sir. I am Yasmina Sultana from CSCD department, and today's my topic is on a string handling function named strdup, which is string duplicate function. Let's know what are strings before knowing about string handling function. A string is the sequence of character terminated by a null character in a C program, which is denoted by /0 under a single quotes. In C language, the group of character, digit, or special character enclosed in double quotation mark are called as strings. um, in other words, character arrays are called as strings. Here, the arrays in a character array is mentioned because it is the continuous memory allocation, and the character of the string occupies 1 byte of memory, and it is declared as a string array. The purpose is strings are used to store and manipulate text in a program. Here at the end, /0 is used to let the compiler know what's the end of a string. Here's the declaration of a string. C does not suppose strings as a data type. Hence, string are always should be declared as string arrays, as we have discussed before. A declaration of character array is as follows. The syntax is char, which is the data type, and the string name, we can also use the underscore between them, and in the square brackets, it's the size and the semicolon. Example is character char name, and 50 is the size of the characters to be held, and the maximum number of characters should be maximum characters plus 1 for null character /0. And initialization of a string is of we can do in a two types. First one is under double quotes. You can see in a syntax where in string is mentioned under double quotes. Example is RIT. College name is the name of a string, and in a syntax to char string name, student name, and the character one by one. If you are filling by a single quote, then you have to explicitly mention /0 so that compiler get to know. In a double quotes, the compiler automatically knows what's the end of the string. And when we initialize a character array as character by character, we must supply the null character explicitly, as I have said just now. Types of character array initialization are of a two type: compile time initialization, runtime initialization. Compiled in a runtime, it's nothing but when we give input through keyboard, and in a compile time initialization is giving input in a source code or the program itself. Here's the example or the source code of string /include stdio.h, which is the directive, and in stdio library header file it is stored. What is stored is the scanf, printf, input output functions, um, int main function, and then char name. Char is the data type, as we have discussed before, and the name, string name, and 20 is the size, printf, and then scanf is runtime initialization, uh, printf hello, percentage s is for string, as percentage d is for integers, just like percentage s is for string, and then written 0. String handling functions are found in string.h library. Here are the few examples of string handling function. String length finds the length of string. strcpy copies one string to another. strcmp compares. strcd concatenates two strings, which is adding two strings. And strchr is find a letter in a string. strdup used for duplicating a string, which we are gonna discuss in this slides, further slides. What is strdup? First, it is duplicates a given function by allocating memory and copying the string into it. It generally is a dynamic memory, which is in which we have to ourselves clear in a program. In a static memory, it itself clears by we have to clear it by using free function, memory allocation function, which we'll see in our source code. And the syntax is char data type, and the pointer star is for pointer, and strdup duplicate the constant char, str uh, asterisk and str, which is what you want to duplicate, and then closing bracket and then semicolon. Here's the declaration of string handling function strdup. That is data type char, asterisk symbol, and a new string is equals to strdup original string, which you want to duplicate. Initialization of string duplicate is allocate memory dynamically and initialize a string using strdup. Here dynamically means freeing up your data yourself manually, which I have mentioned before. Example, str asterisk str equals to strdup hello under double quotes, which is string, and strdup string name, string handling function name, and semicolons. And here's the example of source code of it, in which you can see first it is mentioned what's the original string is, and then it is duplicated through um, asterisk symbol duplicate equals to strdup, and under the brackets original semicolon. If duplicate is equals to 0, memory allocation failed, because if the duplicate is nothing, then what's the memory allocation is about, so therefore it's failed. And return 1 is for true, sorry, false. Okay, and closing, and then print f original 1 percentage s for string, and original printf duplicate. Free, as I mentioned before, free the allocated memory because it's the dynamic memory, and return 0, which is true. And here where is strdup string handling function used? It is used for dynamic memory allocation for strings, creating temporary copies of strings for manipulation, parsing text data in file handling, implementing functions that requires a non-modifiable string copy. And advantages of strdup is simplifies dynamic memory allocation for string, ensure a deep copy of string, useful for avoiding accidental modification of original string, convenient and reduces boilerplate code for copying string. Thank you, Nagaprabhakar sir, for giving your valuable time. Thank you so much.